Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2023 or Pokemon Horizons the Series anime episode review. This time I am talking about episode 31, so let's get to it. In this episode, a small cargo ship is surrounded by a thick fog that prevents the crew from navigating through the treacherous waters ahead. Thankfully, before they find themselves in a dire situation, they hear something singing. Said something is a glowing Lapras that soon appears before them. Lapras safely guides them out of the fog, something they are all happy about, with the captain exclaiming that the rumors were true. The episode then cuts to the Rising Bolt Tacklers who are having a meeting where Diana shares said rumors with everyone else. A benevolent, glowing Lapras guides ships lost in the fog to safety. The rest of the team is immediately interested in these rumors, believing that this Lapras must be the one from the 6 heroes. Diana reveals that these rumors have been going on for a while, and that she herself investigated them years ago, but she never found the Lapras. This time, however, things will be different, since she is not alone. With Dot's help, she maps out all the locations where Lapras was recently sighted, and the whereabouts of the most recent witnesses, the crew from the beginning of the episode. Hoping to learn some key information, Liko and the company speak to the captain, who recounts what happened. He says that he has no idea where Lapras went, and he reveals that all the cargo the ship was carrying, which was clearly food, fell off as they traversed the fog. So the Rising Bolt Tacklers headed to where the captain and his crew encountered the Lapras. Once they reach the area, Freed descends the airship into the ocean, allowing it to return to its roots as a sea vessel. This will make searching for Lapras easier. As they cruise the open sea, Liko and Roy joyfully exclaim that unlike with Moltres, they will have no trouble speaking to Lapras, since they are known for being kind Pokemon that understand human speech. Ludlow, however, warns them about the dangers of making assumptions, a warning that will prove to ring quite true. They also stumble upon the cargo lost by the crew from earlier, though the boxes are empty, revealing that something is amiss. Soon, a thick fog surrounds the airship, and Lapras appears. Terapagos reacts to Lapras in a delightful way, revealing that this Lapras is indeed the one from the 6 heroes. Liko, Roy, and Terapagos call out to Lapras, who does not respond. The airship is then suddenly raided by a Toedscruel and an Ambipom, who try to steal berries. Sprigatito manages to use Quick Attack to repel the assailants, who retreat on something that clearly looks like a Wailord. The fog soon dissipates, and it's clear that something is not quite right. So the Rising Bolt Tacklers gather to discuss the situation. Liko and Roy go over what happened. Diana and Freed already knew that something was off when the fog appeared and settled in so fast, which made them conclude that Lapras summoned it by using mist. However, the fact that they were raided by Pokemon that cannot be found naturally in the middle of the ocean convinces them that something is for sure wrong. Freed soon realizes what's up, and to confirm his theory, he has Ludlow and Orla work together to drive the airship back to the same place where the fog and Lapras appeared, while Molly and Murdoch place several boxes of Pokemon food on the deck. Once they return to the scene of the crime, sure enough, the fog and Lapras appear. However, this time, Freed has Captain Pikachu whip up a twister using Bolt Tackle. This dissipates the fog, which allows Cap and Freed to spot a Wailord parked next to the airship with a bunch of Pokemon on its back, ready to board. The same two from earlier soon raid the airship again, stealing several crates of food in the process. Lapras, who is now clearly visible, is revealed to be bigger than normal, which is not surprising. It also has a vicious face that is unlike its species, and it even has scars on its face and body and sharp spikes on its back. So the ruse is up. Lapras guiding ships to safety through thick fog was all a scam to steal food, using the fog summoned by Lapras itself as cover for the other Pokemon to conduct their raiding stealthily. The episode ends with Liko realizing this as Lapras roars angrily. So that's the short but detailed summary of the episode. Now it's time to highlight, analyze, and comment on my favorite moments and or moments that are noteworthy / interesting. I love the twist in this episode, which serves as both a nice contrast between what we expected and what is really happening, and an awesome subversion of both a classic story and a familiar Pokemon. The tale of a something, whether it's a mermaid or a sea monster or a Pokemon or a ghost, etc., guiding ships to safety through thick fog or a storm or a typhoon or a hurricane, etc., is one we have heard several times before. The something is almost always a misunderstood entity that is considered a harbinger of doom, when in reality, it's a kind soul that just wants to help. Finding out what's really happening usually brings to light the true benevolent nature of the something. In this episode, however, they turn this classic story on its head, reversing it in the process. From the get-go, we and the characters all believe that yes, Lapras is for sure helping people, since it's such a kind Pokemon. Roy sharing with Liko a story of how he played with several Lapras all the time when he was little only serves to further trick us and the characters into believing the tale. This makes the reveal all the more surprising and powerful. Contrary to what everyone expected, Lapras is actually the villain. They masterfully subverted the cliché in order to deliver something refreshing that catches us off guard, successfully defying expectations. Additionally, this episode also provided a different take on Lapras. Instead of a kind, gentle, and peaceful Pokemon that looks the part, we got an angry, ruthless, and hostile Pokemon down to the way it looks. This only adds to how refreshing this episode was. Now yes, this episode was mostly set up, so not much happened. Certainly not much that was exciting. But all this build-up basically ensures that the next episode will be amazing. But those are my thoughts on and analysis of the episode. Now it's time to bring this review to a close by going over my overall opinion of the episode. So overall, this episode was awesome. I went into it expecting to see the same old story I have seen countless times before, featuring a Pokemon that I know very well. But instead, I got the complete opposite, resulting in an episode that was delightfully surprising, and one that will lead into what I hope is one heck of an episode. But that's the review and the video. So, as always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this one right away. Additionally, down in the description, I have affiliate links for GameStop, which is where I buy all my gaming related stuff, affiliate links for Amazon, which is where I buy all my stuff that is not gaming related or groceries, and a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page. These links will all allow you to support me directly if you would like to. I would very much appreciate it. Also, I have a link to my second channel, where I cover Resident Evil. If this is something that would interest you, then please check said channel out. Thank you so very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.